Now, this was a good movie, but Tyler, there's some discrepancies that we need to discuss. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now, remember, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on follow all the information I have in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Now, this is my review of Tyler Perry's new movie on Netflix called A Fall from Grace. Now, this movie came out on January 17th, which was also my birthday. And let me first by saying, thanks everyone for all the birthday wishes that I received. Greatly appreciated. And unfortunately, I was ill during my birthday, so that's why I'm reviewing it today, because I wasn't able to review it at the time. And I just watched it, early this morning, and I must say, A Fall from Grace, I love the storyline. The storyline was great. Shout out to Crystal Fox. You are an underrated talent. You are a veteran in this business, and I am so glad you got your starring role because you killed it, baby. You really did. And I also think that the woman who played the public defender, Brisha Webb, I remember when she was on the sitcom on TV One called Love That Girl. She played a comedic role, but to see her as a dramatic actress, she did a phenomenal job. And then also, I love the movie because, there were also actors that we've seen on some of his shows, like the guy who played her husband, who was a cop. He's currently on The Oval. The guy that played Grace's son, he's currently on The Oval playing Sam, one of the guys on Secret Service. One of the lawyers, Donnie, he plays Larry on If Loving You Was Wrong. So it was cool to see how Tyler was using some of the same actors from his shows in this movie. And of course, the lead actress, Crystal Fox, is, plays Hannah on The Have and the Have-Nots. And definitely I remember when she played Luann on In the Heat of the Night back in the day. So Crystal Fox has been around for a while, but I must say she really executed this role. She did some great acting. Now the thing is, I'm not going to give away everything because I want all of you to watch it. But then I'm also got some discrepancies that I'm going to mention in this video. I love you, Tyler, but Tyler, I want you to get better at your execution because there were some issues with the cinematography on here that I am going to discuss. But the base of the story is that the movie is about this woman named Grace, who's played by Crystal Fox. She's pretty much she's been arrested for murdering her husband, and she's pretty much tapped out of everything. And she's been assigned a public defender who's played by Brisha Webb, and her boss is named Roy, he's actually played by Tyler Perry himself. I actually kind of liked him in that role. It was kind of cute. He had a small part, but he was kind of like a public defender. He's like, look, just get a plea and you done with it, because she's a public defender, so they pretty much get caseload by caseload. They never really get a chance to thoroughly go through their cases, because the whole idea is just to get them in, it's just to, get a conviction or get a plea and you out the door. It's kind of like a catch 1, 2, 3. And it just goes to show how unprepared public defenders really are. But she's a public defender, and when she hears Grace's story of what led her into prison, it makes her want to fight for her and to go to trial and help get her off, because she started to connect with Grace, and she started to see that this woman is not a cold-blooded murderer. This was a woman that literally was taking through something that made her act the way she did. So she begins to tell the story about, Grace is a divorced woman in her middle age, probably like in her, you know, probably early 40s. She has a son who's now married, but she's distant from her son because, her and her daughter-in-law don't get along. Her ex-husband, she walked in cheating, her husband cheating on her with his secretary, and now he married the secretary, and he's still, living good because he owns his own mortgage company. But Grace is doing well herself. She works for a bank. She owns her own home. She's got it together. And it was after her son's wedding, her and her good friend, Sarah, who's played by Felicia Rashad. And I'm going to say, oh, that damn Felicia Rashad. Um, she was something else in this movie. So y'all definitely need to check it out. But, after she has a conversation with her friend Sarah, pretty much tells her she needs to go out and meet people, and told her about this art show. And at this art show, she meets this guy named Shannon, who's played by Mehcad Brooks. And they instantly have chemistry. And you really see how their relationship blossoms. They get closer. They get closer. Eventually, he asks her to marry him, and they end up getting married. And it's like, once they got married, that motherfucker did like a complete 360. It was like he literally turned into somebody that she didn't recognize, because she allowed herself to be vulnerable. She allowed herself to be open. She was a smart woman, educated, had her stuff together, and got with this man thinking that this man was going to be the new love of her life, and that she was going to have even greater, experiences down the line. But it turns out that this guy was a piece of shit. One thing that happened, she ended up losing her job because over $300,000 was missing from her personal accounts that she handled at the bank. They immediately fired her. And, he literally had so much shit on her. He literally put her through the wire, and then started to be a disrespectful asshole to her. Like, the stuff that he was doing, ain't no wonder why she killed your ass. Because he was a mess. But we see that the attorney, she's very determined to get to the bottom of the case, and she really wants to she really does want to help Grace in this situation. But it's like, wow, the lawyer was named Jasmine. That's who Brisha Webb played. And it was just crazy that her whole life got turned upside down when she met this man who she thought was her second chance at love, and turned out the guy was a straight up demon. And we literally see how, after everything plays out, we really see how Jasmine goes to work to defend her. Because remember, she was just there to get a plea. She actually got her to sign off to the plea, but she didn't deliver it to the judge because she, in her heart, believed that she deserved a trial, because she was a good person. She went to church, she baked cookies, she helped the homeless. She wasn't a person that you would define as a cold-blooded murderer. But once the twists and the turns get revealed, it's insane. So I will give it that. But here are my issues with this. See, Tyler, I love the storyline. The storyline was great, but your execution, you need to work on, bruh. You need to work on your execution badly. Because, for one, let me go with Jasmine's hair. Even Crystal's hair. There was a moment where Jasmine is talking to Grace in jail or whatever, and there's a moment where she's asking about so what happened, but Grace is like, We got married, and it was a whirlwind. So her wig was one way, but then after she said whirlwind, her hair looked like she was in a damn tornado. I'm like, are you serious, Tyler? Like, there were so many issues. Like, even in the scene in court, when they approached the bench, you can see the actual script in front of the judge. I'm like, these are elementary, these are elementary issues that you should not be having at your level, Tyler. Now, I all applaud you for what you're doing. I applaud you for what you've accomplished. But now you at another level, and you need to take it up a notch, bro. You can't just be having these same issues. And then another issue I had is when what was old boy's name? Jordan, who was the cop, played by Matthew Law. Why the hell he handcuffing people and just leaving them there? When does the police ever do that? I'm like, there was one scene where he just handcuffed the guy and laid him against the car and said, "Don't move." And then went and checked this thing. I'm like, bro, you should have put him in the car and made him get in the back, dropped his ass off, or better yet, you should have had a partner with you. Like, there's just certain things that you need to execute a lot better, because even when there was twice in the movie where he handcuffed somebody and just left them there. Now, the police don't do no shit like that. No. And then I'm saying, even these wigs, I'm like, even with Jasmine's hair, when Jasmine's hair was straight, the hair looked nice. But once she put it in a ponytail, it looked like a cheap ass weave. And I was like, bitch, Tyler, come on now. With all this investment, you couldn't get her a better weave job? Like, seriously? Because when she had it in a ponytail, you could tell that shit was fake. And I was like, no. But one thing I will say is that this storyline was really good. The problem is that you need to execute things a lot better. And I'm saying this as a fan, as someone who not only reviews your TV shows, but also has even bought your movies, not bootlegged. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true fan of Tyler Perry, but when people, like, they were going in on Twitter about this, about all of these issues, I'm like, bruh, we have come so far since Dolomite. Y'all remember that movie Dolomite? We always talked about that mic appearing in the damn shot. The sound mic. It was always in every single shot. And we used to kind of crack up about it. Like, there go the mic. There go the mic. Like, it's kind of the same shit. Like, Tyler, you are too seasoned to be making these kind of mistakes. And trust and believe, we as your core audience, we wouldn't be true fans if we didn't expose this shit. That, look, you need to execute a lot better. I'm a huge fan of everything you're doing, but you need to clean up your shit. The damn script shouldn't be appearing in the shot. Wig changes shouldn't be appearing in the shot, that they're unrealistic. Like, 1 minute her hair is flat, and then the next minute it looked like she was in a damn tornado. Like, come on. Yeah, like, your execution has to get a lot better. Because I saw that there was somebody who posted this on Twitter where she's talking about we got married and there was a whirlwind. Then the next thing you know, her hair is like this, and the person in the background was just laughing. I'm like, Tyler, yeah, you gotta really, you need a strong team of people. There are a lot of people who cover so many different areas of film, like visual, cinematography, writing, producing. You need to start creating a team of people who can help you with these things, who can help you clean things up, because you're putting this all on yourself. Yeah, you're a phenomenal talent, but it takes a village to run a movie house. It takes a village to run a studio. And you definitely need more people to help you in these areas. Yeah, like, yeah, we like the fact that you can punch out scripts, fast. That's a good thing, but it's only you. You need people who are a part of your team that can review your scripts, who can point out certain things that you can make better or things you may be able to take out to make the story flow a lot better. I mean, especially when you're dealing with, TV shows, you definitely need a team. I just think Tyler is so used to doing everything by himself because, he, started off, doing the plays on the Chitlin circuit. And now look where you are. You now have one of the biggest movie houses in the country. But now that you have that, you definitely need to clean up, your presentation. You need to, your presentation needs to be flawless that none of these movie houses in Hollywood can fuck with you. So keep that in mind, Tyler. We definitely need better we definitely need better representation, but we definitely need better presentation when it comes down to your work, because I'm a fan of your art. But art has to be executed and art has to be presented, in the highest fashion possible. And you're at a stage now where you can't do it all by yourself. And you kind of have to swallow that ego and realize that you need to employ people who are visual artists, who are writers, who are designers. You need these kind of people as a part of your team, because it takes a village to make this work. You got a big movie house, but you need people there and you need artists there to help all of these other artists shine. That was my only critique of that. We ain't in the blaxploitation era where you can make these kind of mistakes and get away with it. We are now in 2020. Vision 2020, Tyler. We need to get that focus and you need to start executing things a lot better. We can't have these kind of mistakes. Not somebody at your level. And I just think it was probably honest mistakes. It's probably something that, because he's taken on so much, certain, small things and certain things that jump out, could have been cleaned up if you had people on your team like, no, that shot, we need to cut that because that ain't cute. Or we need to, cut or work around that shot because it's not going to come off good on film. You need that. You constantly need that. And I just think that, yes, it was a good piece of work, but it definitely should have been executed a lot better. But Crystal Fox, thumbs up. You did a phenomenal job. I think Risha Webb did a great job playing Jasmine. Definitely Felicia Rashad was good. Mikael Brooks, phenomenal job. Oh, and the legend herself, Cicely Tyson. She had a small role, but Cicely Tyson, I bow to you, honey. You are still in your 90s, and you are still representing. You are an honorary Oscar recipient. Sweetheart, you deserve nothing but respect and admiration, because you inspire people like myself that, hey, when I get up in age, I can still be working. So, yeah. So, Cicely Tyson is truly a gem. And I just really think that, yes, this was a very good piece of work, but Tyler, you definitely need to clean up and you definitely need to execute a lot better. This is not Rudy Ray Moore in the 70s with the mic appearing in the shot. We can't have that no more. This is black cinema. We gotta be at a level that nobody can touch us. And I know you can do it, Tyler, but it's going to take you bringing in the right people, actually having a strong team, and also investing more in your projects as well. So that's what I have, y'all. But y'all definitely need to check out this movie, A Fall from Grace on Netflix. It's a good film. I truly enjoyed it. But hey, at the end of the day, I want my boy Tyler to win, and I want him to win even bigger. So, hey, I can't be a true fan if I don't call this out, because it was obvious to me. Like, for one, the wigs was bad, and there were just certain shots that should not have happened, and that's why you need a sharper eye and you need a sharper team. So that's what I have, y'all. Get down in those comments and let me know your thoughts. But yes, it was a great piece of work, though. I did love the storyline. So until next time, everybody, take care.